Welcome to my video cast. My name is Bra. Most people call me Mr. K. I would like to introduce and give you a short presentation on this course called Successful Sales Training Techniques. This presentation is about sales consultants in the field of promoting of services and products, particularly in the field of insurance, property development or estate agents, car sales, building material, or any field where you are in contact with people and are selling a product. So, in short, it is a program that will help you reach your full potential in selling. So basically, this presentation is going to whet your appetite in understanding what tools, what techniques you will need to become a successful sales representative or a sales executive. Again, I would like to welcome you to my presentation. This presentation will give your career a slight edge, provided you take sales as a career and not a job. This will set you apart from ordinary folks. So, where you become your own brand. In other words, you become the extension of your company's brand. And when people see you, they see your company. So, the bottom line is, you can only be successful if you identify with the goals of the organization that you are serving. Whether you are selling cars, you are selling life insurance, you are selling building material, or you are selling property, the bottom line is, when you become a strong brand like Coca-Cola or Microsoft, then people will identify and recognize you. Welcome to my presentation. This is the table of contents. I'm going to give you an overview of what it is that we need to cover so that you can be able to conceptualize what this program is all about. I'm going to give you a synopsis of the sales department plan, what every sales department needs to do in order to empower you as a sales consultants. Obviously, I'm talking about corporations as well as medium-sized companies. Sometimes we need to reinforce our knowledge and skill in order to become better people or better organization. Secondly, knowing that you are a successful person means you are going to treat your career or sales as a career and not a job. Thirdly, what you will need to improve sales, these are the tools, and these tools are paramount in making sure that you don't go astray. You focus on the ultimate goal, and the ultimate goal is your personal goal, your vision. When that vision is integrated with the company or the department's goal, then you become a total person. 4. This sales course is for sales consultants. Therefore, you need to know the ins and outs of selling ever since selling has evolved in the last 20 or 30 years. So it's evolving because it is now today technology driven. So we need to focus on courses that are prevalent in empowering us to meet our targets as well as sales goals. However, item number 5, I should have started with item number 5 as the most important. Nevertheless, item number 5 is the nucleus of a sales consultant, the nucleus of developing a successful career in sales, and it is the cornerstone of a successful sales department. And then 6, the course training date. I will give you at the end of this course what dates are suitable for us to accommodate you in our program and how much fees you will require to attend the course. We are contactable on WhatsApp at 083-928-8165 or email goldkp@yahoo.com. You can also visit our website, which is computerskillsacademy.blogspot.com. This is where we're going to empower you with skills and knowledge to work smart so that you can meet your financial needs as well as your goals. Right. Without much ado, let's begin our presentation with the sales department staff development program. Why is it important for the sales department to have a staff development program? Well, Imagine this: the sales department is like a wheel of a car, right? And then there's another department, you can call it finance. It's the second wheel of the car. Maybe the finance is another wheel of the car, and then IT is the fourth one. With all the four wheels working in harmony and in synchronicity, then you have a successful company. So in this case, if any one of the four wheels is not functioning well, chances of that company becoming successful are very, very limited. So, but what is the hub? What is the nucleus of the company? The nucleus of the company, or the hub of the company, or the soul of the company, rests in the sales department. It doesn't matter what that company is, whether it is mining or whether it is an informal trader selling sweets. Everything revolves around the sales department. In this case, we treat a sales department as one of the four wheels of an organization. And within that wheel, there are spokes which obviously form part of the hub of the organization. The leader is the manager of the department, and his attitude will determine the prosperity or the failure of that department, whether he is in human resources or it is in finance or IT. The leader is the vision of that particular wheel, who in my mind should have synchronized all managers in all the department, whether it's human resource or finance or IT, are running in synchronicity to what the company's mission and goals are. So if the goal of the sales department is to generate revenue, it means the manager's attitude must be so positive and work in harmony with all other departments. But at the same time, the harmony is internal, means he must work internally in synchronicity, synchronize the team, the sales team, including the product. So number one, the important personnel in the sales department is the manager. And the manager's role is not only to lead and to inspire, but also to coach. And coaching is part of the nucleus of the sales department, with the responsibility of the manager. The manager must disperse and ensure that there's enough product training for the sales team, so that the sales team can be able to diversify or focus on selling products to their full potential. And remember, the bottom line of the sales department is to generate bottom line. That is the ultimate goal of a sales department, to ensure that the sales that are generated are able to sustain the organization, so that all the four wheels can be driven equally at a synchronized speed without one department falling from behind. The staff are part of the chain of the spokes that will reinforce the wheel so that the spokes don't break. So they will need motivation to sustain the momentum as well as the velocity and the speed of the organization going forward. These people will need sales courses, meaning the sales staff will need courses in order to maintain the momentum of the organization financially, for the organization to survive. All of this forms the spinning wheel of success that drives sales up on a monthly basis to reach departmental goals. Basically, what this means is that if the wheel stop turning consistently, sales will go down. If sales are down, the department profits and margins will drop instantly. This means the company is unable to meet its bottom line, salaries, pay electricity, pay commissions, pay for water, pay for rental, or all other expenses that are liable for the company to meet on a monthly basis. So going forward, I would like to entertain the second aspect of selling as a career and not a job. Remember, when you join an organization as a sales consultant, you join it with the mindset of an entrepreneur. You are never reminded of what you need to do. You need to know what it is that you to do. And one of those is the knowledge of the industry that you are serving. You need to capitalize and saturate your knowledge about that industry to your advantage, because that is going to give you enough skill and knowledge to beat competition. Secondly, as you treat this industry with the greatest of respect in terms of researching a job, become a professional. in selling as versus having a job. A person who has a job is very much complacent, and half the time people who have a job are driven by security. Whereas with a sales consultant, if you know that if you don't meet specific targets within a certain period of the month, and then you need to go for evaluation why you are not being able to meet those targets. So it means your mind must be prepared. Your mind must be prepared, and this is your mindset so that you can be able to achieve your goals. So your mind and your attitude is the reason why you are in this business. Aligning your personal goals with your work goals is also a very powerful strategy that will make you become a productive sales consultant. And then learning new skills will actually make you the best you can be in selling. So that differentiates a person who has a job against a person who is a sales consultant. In other words, you have an ambition. So that being said, what will you need to improve sales? Now, these 5 items on this table will guide us as to what percentage of what you will need in order to maximize your full potential. The first row, which identifies the attitude, coaching, product knowledge, motivation, and the sales cost, is the job and the function of the leader or the manager of a sales department. And then the second column, which is the attitude below, which is ambition, skills, time, knowledge, and frequency, is the tools that you will need. Obviously, you have embedded knowledge, which is your ambition. Your ambition is what you want to accomplish in life, and that comes with attitude. Your skills, what are you bringing to the table to make yourself an achiever in terms of making profits or sales go up? Time, meaning how capable are you to manage your time, and what knowledge do you bring in the selling environment in order for you not only to thrive but be happy and successful. Now, coaching is the responsibility of the manager. The manager must be able to help you with closing deals if you are having problems with closing deals, or the product knowledge does not have enough information to help you close the deals. Or perhaps you will need scripting. What scripts are you using to close deals? But that is not enough. The management of coaching means management must be able to identify the weaknesses of the department, which is the SWOT analysis, and then map it up against your SWOT analysis. As a consultant, you need to identify those maps. Where there are gaps, they need to fill them. Some of that gaps could be knowledge gaps, or time gaps, or skills gaps, or motivational gaps. Now, when it comes to those gaps, we fill them through using courses and books. You need at least 20% of that. Product knowledge means you know your competition. Your competitor is in business because he knows more about you. What unique products are you bringing into the customer that your competitor does not have? And then, does your company diversify the products? Is there diversity in the product range that your customer will need in order for them to buy? And what systems? Identify what systems you are being used. How familiar are you with the systems that the company is using? And to what advantage can this system benefit you to integrate your own personal space of managing? Meaning the tools. You can use tools like Word or Microsoft Excel to integrate the system's information to enhance your own system. Meaning simplify the reporting systems as well as managing your goals and achievements by creating graphs on a spreadsheet, because sometimes the system's information is only reserved for the managers in the back office. Motivation, obviously there's your own personal motivation. It means your direction in life as a salesperson. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and so on. Your career should not be stagnant. It means you must continue improving your skills through your career, making courses, attending courses, sales courses, and then align yourself with what your career requires in terms of the field you are in or the industry that you are in. Discipline cannot be compromised. Salespeople are highly disciplined people. From the background and the knowledge that I have in the past as a sales consultant, I used to sell Encyclopedia Britannica, I used to sell insurance, I used to sell training courses, I used to sell motivational supervisory courses. I used to sell property. I used to sell houses. I mean, the only thing that I haven't sold, I'm still trying to figure out what it is that I haven't sold. Probably I'll end up selling cars sooner or later. But discipline is one of the most important characteristics that you need to develop in order to be able to take action and get results. Last but not least, your goal as a sales consultant must be, your first one is your life goals. What do you want to achieve in life for you to remain in a sales environment? And once you have identified that as part of your SWOT analysis, you need to understand mechanisms and strategies in prospecting. Sometimes it is one thing to rely on the company's prospects, but you also need to mine and find your own prospects over and above what the company is providing. I will share these with you later on the next page. Management. How do you manage your career in sales? At the same time, how do you manage? This is two parts. You're managing your career in sales as well as managing sales as a requirement for your key performance index, and then upgrading your skills. Some of these goals will be short term, some will be medium term, some will be long term. So you require a minimum of 30% of your to have sales courses, 30% of motivation, 20% of product knowledge, and 20% of coaching. All combined should give you 100%. Now, on this page, I'm going to be talking about courses for the sales consultants. This one is probably generic. It's not product knowledge course. It's what you need as a framework for you to understand selling. So, some of the methods of selling come in very, very handy. Like, for example, if you know what you are in the sales course for, meaning you have identified your life goals, it becomes easy for you to go forward. Number two, if you understand company sales goals and you map and match them, it becomes even easier for you to reach your full potential. Prospecting cannot be compromised. Some companies do teach their employees how to prospect, others don't. However, some companies employ sales consultants with the assumption that they know how to prospect. And the first 2 months, if they can't perform, they send them for evaluation or key performance evaluation without actually giving them or refreshing their knowledge on prospecting. 4, time management. I'm still going to have to research, find out how many sales consultants are able to manage their time. Out of 8 hours, there are tools that we use for time management in order to maximize. Some companies will set a quota and say you need to do 5 hours of calling. That's one way, but other companies will use different methods. Those methods I will explain later of prospecting, but time management with prospecting are like brother and sister. One cannot do without the other. Sales management. As you sell and close deals, you need to be able to do parallel the system that the company is using and your own practical, simplified summary of tools, which in this case I'll use Excel as an example. You can manage your sales using Excel, and that gives you measurement of your performance, whether you are doing good or doing bad, and you can use that as a yardstick, especially if you are going to be evaluated by your manager if your performance is not good. 6 always is a long term, upgrading your skills. Now, the heart of the course or the heart of this matter is prospecting. About prospecting, there are more than 10 to 15 different methods of prospecting. I've chosen 7 because they worked for me and they haven't changed in the last 5 years. Though I can alternate them, it's actually an option that you can. The option depends on you as a sales consultant, which one works best for you. There are no hard and fast rules, but in my case, I've chosen this one. The first one is buying a list of prospects with respect to the demographics of your industry and your target market. You need to identify what your target market is and buy that list. The second one is email marketing. Email marketing is on its own. It's a time-consuming exercise, but you need to utilize it in order to maintain consistency of sales every month. Cold calling also, it's not negotiable. It's a tool that works magic for those who are pros in the field. I used to use cold calling, and the results in cold calling are amazing. Then there's newspaper advertising. Obviously, there's a budget and a cost incurred here. I cannot say the company should advertise for you, but if you want to become an extremely successful salesperson, you must have your own budget to advertise for yourself. But make sure you consult with the company as to how your campaign is going to be driven, and if they are able to subsidize you on advertising, so be it. Then there's flyer distribution. Number 4 and 5, make sure you discuss it with your manager before you make any decisions or spend money on expensive exercise that the company will not approve. Social media is the new kid on the block, and it's giving a run for most corporations, run for their money. So we need to understand what it is all about, and it is a gold mine. The 7th one is content blogging, which is my specialty and the most favorite. So you can choose any of these 7 methods. Alternatively, you can utilize either face-to-face or seminars, or you can use webinars or networking, as well as a relationship building and so on. So those are basically the most preferred method of bringing and building an unqualified list of prospects before you can generate enough sales that can sustain you for a month or 2 and so on. And then here on this this is the successful sales training technique. It's going to be updated later on. Please bear with me. At the bottom of the link below, there's an update on our website on the changes of these dates. But the first one, though it falls under the category, these are categories, the category of PC literacy courses. Basically, this is where successful sales training techniques introduction, how you can use your PC. I use this 1-day course to show you a basic on Excel, how you can plan your sales and how you can monitor them. The course starts on the 16th to 17th of July. And then prospecting is just a technique on how to prospect using different methods. It's a 1-day course, and it starts on the 22nd and the 23rd of July. And then the dates for August and September will be updated as and when there is need for those courses. The second table here is called private class computer classes for beginners. By the way, we don't only do beginners course, we also do advanced courses for individuals, executives, managers, and so on. But for the private classes, our maximum per student is actually 3 to 4, and we run these courses in-house, and some of them at the client's preferred venue. So having said that, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you. I am contactable at WhatsApp 083-928-8165 or email. You can email goldkp@yahoo.com or website www.computerskillsacademy.blogspot.com, and you can also contact us. You can also browse my life skills tips under Ike Radio at www.spreaker.com/Ike, one word. Or you can get more information on other things like the courses that I run on podcasts, which is radiopublic.com/high note. Or if you go to radiopublic.com, you can search "When Fate Ties You in a Knot, What Do You Do?" Thank you for watching, and please share with friends, share with colleagues, and please do comment and follow and subscribe. Cheers. Have a good day. God bless.